why does core strength matter in pelvic floor dysfunction? This is really, really important. The majority of people have sedentary lives. They spend their entire day sitting. They don't do much physical activity compared to our ancestors who had to do a lot in their day. So when a person sits, they're probably engaging something that's in front of them. And that thing in front of them will slowly draw their head forward the more time they spend doing it. The more they do, the more that makes the belly muscles in the front collapse. When those collapse, they often get overstretched. When they get overstretched, they start to go into dysfunction. Now, the tone of the belly muscles will actually keep the entire abdominal cavity in a vacuum kind of state where it's a zero pressure state. But as we start to fall forward, the pressure in the abdominal cavity will start to increase. But it's not a big problem when a person is sitting. It becomes a problem when a person is standing, because when you're sitting, the seat will support the pelvic floor and the muscles can relax. But if you have a weak abdomen and you stand, now gravity can pull directly on the pelvic floor. And this is where all the problems begin. So if a core, the abdominal muscles are toned up quite well, and it's not just the abdominal muscles, but all the muscles from here all the way up to here, if those muscles are toned well, then the pressure in the abdomen stays zero, negative, neutral, and it works well. The other thing I find is people who don't have good posture, who have weak cores, often don't breathe well, meaning they don't expand their rib cage when they breathe. You can see how much my thumb moved when I did that breath, right? Now, most people don't even do that. They're so slouched over they can't get a good breath in. And now what happens is, when the diaphragm pushes down, it takes all the organs of the pelvis and pushes that into the pelvic floor and starts hammering the pelvic floor. And we won't notice that when we're sitting, but only when we're standing and moving around or trying to defecate or urinate, because the pelvic floor now has to stay partly closed to let things out, but open to let things out also.